Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Sweet Home for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Last episode we started exploring the second floor. We ended up finding the ladder that will allow us to get down into the basement where we will continue our quest. So, what new interesting things will we find down in the basement? Well, we'll see. We'll get some new monsters and new puzzles to solve, and we'll learn more about the plot and really what's going on here. So, head on back. I said at the last episode that I'll need to get another, I might need to go back and pick up that mallet, but Asuka has a mallet, and I can just pick up a pick with her right here. So now she'll have the pick and the mallet, so I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, you want one person in your party to have both the pick and the mallet, because we're going to need that to solve a puzzle down where we're going. Wall face, we saw this enemy last episode. Most enemies are like one-shotting now. I'll show off that man what it does when it attacks. I'm gonna go pick up a new weapon over here, the silver sword, and that'll replace Akiko's club. The club has a little bit better damage physically against physical enemies, but it basically has no attack against spiritual enemies. And we're gonna run into some more spiritual enemies, so that will take the hit to the physical offense to boost our spiritual offense. So now this party has the ladder. I think Emmy has the ladder, so we'll put her in the front. She's the one who's going to have to use the ladder. And like that one letter said, you have to hang the ladder from the two pegs up here. And that'll take us down into the courtyard. So there's those two pegs. Got another battle here. More mad dogs. I think there's a palette swap later on Hound. A little tougher. There'll be palette swapping those knights later on too. Just give switch around the weapons a little bit here. The three-person party can have a little bit of the weaker weapons. They can carry the two silver swords. Just like I said, they have a third party member to help against physical enemies. The basement is just close. The low key is in a memorial tower. That is not the low key. The low key we'll actually find out is basically there's a lake outside. And there was a shrine there to the baby who we learned was killed in the incinerator. And that's where we'll find the low key. We gotta solve some puzzles here first to get to that lake. And this is one of the rooms that we need to split the party. This is where you need that one person who has both the pick and the mallet. So in our case that is Asuka. So when you step in the water, it's going to start dragging you away. But if you use the pick, now you can control your character. You have to push that statue. If I actually took one step further with Taguchi up there, we'll get like a thing saying to stop, push the statue, and that stops the water from flowing. And that allows us to reach this guy, but you have to smash the statues. The more in the coast of Lady Matoya, Mayama, was disturbed. So yeah, stop the water, push the statues. So yeah, that was our clue. I would have took one more step, but oh well. So going out of the party, we need to use Emmy's key to open that door. Kazu's lighter to burn that rope. There's those logs. They're going to be important. We need at least 4 logs to do everything at the lake. We're going to find some more logs down here in the courtyard. So there's a log right there. There's going to be other logs you can pick up. The water is rising. In the end, like I said, you need 4 logs in total. Well, you only need 3 to do everything you have to do over at the lake. But 4 allows you to access all areas in the lake. 1 just gives another, you get to talk to one of those zombies and gives you a hint. So it's not necessary, but like I said, I want to show everything off, so I'll show off all that dialogue. New enemy here, the maniac. He oozes pus, that sounds so gross. And that can curse your party members. So I'm just be walking around here, opening some doors. Kind of be really dividing the party up this episode. So yeah, this party's gonna be doing a lot of stuff. They'll be opening some doors, burning down ropes, and then I'll switch to Taguchi and Asuka. And then they'll be on mirror smashing duty. So we've been walking around and we've been passing by these green mirrors. Whenever you step in front of the green mirror, you get into a fight with an enemy conveniently called the mirror. And basically after you defeat the enemy, in order to keep from respawning, you're going to have to hit it with the hammer and break it. So yeah, once I open these 2 doors, this room we don't have to go into. There's just some items in it, nothing that we need. Like I said, I want to show everything off, so I'm just going to open it. And we're going to want to send Asuka into that room, because it's another water flowing room. So she'll need that pick. But right now, she is going to be on mirror smashing duty. So Taguchi and he'll be fighting a whole bunch of these mirrors. They'll be uncovering some frescoes, get some more clues, beat the enemy, use the mallet. Now the mirror's smashed. And like I said, we're doing that so the enemies don't respawn, and also because we're going to learn the fresco, but we'll see it right here, that there's a secret passageway behind one of the mirrors. And it's actually this mirror right here. This is the one we really only have to worry about, but for completion's sakes, I will of course be smashing all the mirrors. But the advancing of the story actually goes through that wall there. Like I said, I'm just worried about, like at the beginning of the game, where I was having everybody team up to fight things. 1, it helped with survival. 2, it kept our experience levels kind of the same. But now we're so powerful that we're just going to reach max level anyway, just normally just walking around fighting things as we go. So it's not as important to have everybody contribute in battle. So yeah, we got another flowing water room here. I said you use the pick. That'll keep you from getting dragged away. The mallet smashes these statues. And over here we have an item. I forget what we got over here. Oh, another pick. So, I don't know, like I said, pointless to go in this room, but like I said, we want to go everywhere. Because out this side, smash this mirror that the other party defeated. Suck up some glass over here. And then there's a final mirror below. And that will lead to a room with a fresco. It also has a trap in it, so it's good that we're only going to visit it with Asuka and Taguchi. They're the only ones who really need to visit the room because there's a dirty fresco in it. So once you go down to about the 3rd or 4th row, the wall will break and water will start pouring into the room, and it damages you as you walk in it, but we don't have to walk in it very far. The lake is behind the bronze statue. There's a better axe. We'll pick that up. In blood behind a mirror, a hidden room. So we saw that one. So, get a better axe, heavy axe. Take a tonic. We won't use it right now, but no, we won't have to go back into this room ever again. Now we're gonna head into that room behind the mirror. And there's a fountain here. Let's look at it. A fountain, it still flows. Look at it again and ask you if you want to take a drink. Yeah, we want to take a drink. Uh-oh, but then the fountain, the water turns into blood. You drank the blood of it, and sooner or later your blood will flow. So yeah, now all the water on this floor, you'll notice when we go back to the other party, now the water is all turned to blood. So it's like that one plague in Egypt in the Bible in Exodus. We got another fresco here. Not dirty, so we just take a picture of the camera. What's it gonna let us know? It's gonna give us a clue. Blood will melt aged bronze. We learned that behind a bronze statue is the entrance to the lake. Well, if we go to the south here, in the room to the lower left, we'll find a bronze statue. And we'll also find a pail. So let's grab the pail. And then we'll go back to the fountain that now has blood, and we'll fill the pail with blood, and then throw the blood on that statue, and like that clue said, blood will melt the aged bronze. So use the pail here at the statue, we fill it with blood, get out of here, throw it on the statue, and then the statue will disappear, and that'll give us access to the lake. Now, our party really doesn't need to, the party that we have, Taguchi and them, they don't really need to go out to the lake. This party will be going out to the lake. Now, to the right here, there's some hidden gloves. I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to try to get most of the logs on this party as well. Switch it out. So you don't need 4 logs in total, but there's more than 4 logs around, so. And we get into another fight. That's weird. We got into a fight just picking up an object. I didn't know that could happen. I thought it was like a step, but you learn something new when you play a game for a 3rd or 4th time. Alright, so this party's equipped to head out into the gloves aren't necessary, but we're going to need to get an axe. And it's not a weapon axe, it's a tool axe. And to smash through some wood, it's blocking the way. So the axe is right up there, but in order to reach the axe, you have to put on the gloves. Because yeah, if you try to get through those thorns, you'll take damage. You can get through the thorns, you'll just take damage. So if you want to not take damage, is after you get that message that you need gloves, use the gloves again. Now you'll be able to get the axe. And it's actually, like I said, not a weapon, but a tool. You see those little things? There's just some more gloves if you didn't get those hidden gloves. Or if you send a second party in here. Now we use the logs wherever there's a 2-space gap. Those other little docks, it looks like the Zelda raft launchers. Basically, they are boat docks. We'll eventually get to find some boats as we go around the lake here. And from the boat, you can dock at any of those places where there's that plank of wood. So for now, we're just going to basically use our logs to get across these 2-part gaps. What do we got here? Another person. Be brave. Don't break the memorial. Well, the memorial is broken, and that's how we learned that that apparently broke the curse or the seal on the main ghost who's haunting this place. Lady Mamiya, something like that. let's use our log here. Now I guess the boat. Now we need one more log to. There's another guy down there. But only 2 people go on a boat at a time, so we're gonna have to split the party. Take this party with another log. They can get over there to the space over there. That pipe is another tool. We're gonna learn from this one corpse over there, basically a zombie thing, that the pipe is useful on undead monsters. So you know how the rope was good against the armors, the hammer was good against the mad dogs. Apparently pipes are good against zombie type enemies. But we're so powerful that we don't have to worry about it. So this party has some gloves they can use. Although I'm not really going to use this party, I don't know why I picked up those gloves. It's much quicker to just have the other party come over here, grab the log off this party, and then take it over. And that's basically what we'll do. We'll just park this party here. We'll switch back over to Emmy and Akiko. We're going to get Kazu out of the way first. I did that wrong. Now we'll move Kazu out of the way. Now we'll just take the 2 ladies, row our boat, and we want to row to the center there. But before we head to the center, we saw this shovel here. We want to go and grab that shovel. We're going to need that to solve 2 puzzles. One right here, right away, back at the center of the lake, where we saw that little memorial shrine. That's the shrine that's been disturbed, and that has, like I said, caused the ghost Mamiya to basically haunt the place. But we'll learn that basically shrine there is basically a shrine to her infant, her child, who died in the incinerator. We're going to have to disturb the shrine again to get that load key that we need. So, now if you try to use the shovel, you're not going to get anywhere. You use the shovel, and it's basically you get exhausted, can't focus. So you have to pray here. I think you need to use like 30 points. And that gives us the power to focus. Look at the hole that we dug, and we'll see the key. Now we got the basement key. Now we just have to get into the basement. Well, we don't know where the entrance to the basement is yet. We'll find it soon, though. Not this episode, but next. Let's just find another, let's use that last log here and get a last little clue here. And then we're going to head back into the manor. Now once we, we'll end once we get into the manor. I won't make a save though, because once you get into the manor, you get this kind of a long cutscene. We're going to find out that we're not the only ones who have been stuck in this mansion. We're going to run across another survivor, I guess you can call it. It seems like there was a party here before us. You know, we read through their diaries. Who fell victim to this curse. But like I said, they all passed on. They all died. We're actually going to find another living soul. And he was going to give us a little bit more backstory and give us some clues. Like I said, we have a pretty long cutscene. So I'll just watch that little cutscene, and then that's where we'll, while you're at the cutscene, they won't allow you to access the menu to save the game. So I'm just going to start the cutscene and then end it right there, and then I'll pick up the next episode. Basically, we'll start with the beginning of that cutscene. The unfortunate thing is, when you do that cutscene, he only takes your leader. It's like in our case, when we go into the mansion, Kazu will be leading the party, and he will take Kazu out, separate him from the party. But that's where all those levels that we got will come in handy, because it doesn't matter that, you know, Kazu will be by himself for a little bit. He can survive easily to walk to the other party and regroup with Emmy and Akiko. So we pause him here, bring in the other party, and as soon as this party enters that room, we'll be greeted by a man who will start that cutscene off, and that's what we'll pick up in our next episode. Take care, have a good one, thanks for following along.